Hey guys, let's take a look at this problem where we have to graph this equation, but this equation is not in slope-intercept form. You know, the y equals mx plus b. Yeah, where it shows us the slope and it shows us the y-intercept. Well, let's make it so that it is in that form. So I'm going to take x minus y equals -2, and I want it to be y equals. So the first thing I want to do is move the x. Right now it's a positive x. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides. Now, think about why I did that. That's because x minus x is 0. You have x, you take away x, you're left with nothing, right? So I moved the reason I subtracted it is because I want it to go away. I don't want it to be over there, right? And so that leaves me over here with a negative y. Don't lose the negative. It's still minus y. So minus y comes down. Now, I'm not going to write -2 minus x. I'm going to write -x minus 2 because you remember we're shooting for this form up here where the x is listed first. Also, I didn't write those above and below each other because I don't want my brain to try to combine those as if they're like terms, because we know they're not, right? But that's a really common mistake, and I don't want us to make that mistake. So a 2 and an x are not like terms. So I'm not going to add them together or subtract them or something like that. Okay. So I'm almost there. I need this to be a positive y though. So since there's an understood 1 here, like -1 times y, I'm going to divide by -1. And I'm just going to do that throughout the whole thing. Now, sometimes it throws people off to divide by -1. Just remember, if you divide by a -1 or multiply by -1, it just changes the sign. So -x becomes positive x and -2 becomes positive 2. So we are graphing y equals x plus 2. And so we know from y equals mx plus b that that's where we begin. Think of that as your y-intercept is where you begin. So I'm going to begin at 2 on the y-axis and put a point there. And then this is the slope. And so what number is in front of x? If there's nothing there, there's a 1. And slope is rise over run. So think about what it would have to be over to still be equal to 1. It'd have to be 1 divided by 1, right? 1 over 1 is 1. So that just means I'm going to go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. So up and right, up and right. Or you could even go down 1, left 1 if you wanted to, down 1, left 1, and so on. And you'll see, you'll start to form a nice line there. All right. So something like that is what you should see. Let me turn off my pen and we can see the nice clean one. Yeah. All right. So there we go. There were a lot of little details here. This is, there's some complexity to this, right? This is making you become a better problem solver as you're doing this. If you can remember all these steps, you can do just about anything. All right. I'll see you next time.